And we're going. Hi, hey, totally new recording.
I already told you. I'm not going back to Solstheim. All right, you have a point. Taking you back to find out who sent them is the least I can do. Besides, maybe you can put a stop to whatever's going on over there. I owe them a bit of payback myself.
It's time to go to Solstheim. Woohoo! Look at this place.
Here we are. This is Raven Rock. Can't say I'm all that glad to see it again. Good luck. Maybe you can figure out what's going on around here.
Hope you like that shader. I don't think that shader goes away until you go to like the ice peaks.
I don't recognize you. So I'll assume this is your first visit to Raven Rock, Outlander. State your intentions. You've picked one of the worst places in Morrowind to do that, but suit yourself. Just remember, Raven Rock is sovereign territory of House Redoran. This is Morrowind, not Skyrim. While you're here, you will be expected to abide by our laws. Any questions? I have to begin. As second counselor, the security of Raven Rock is my primary concern. This isn't exactly the city of Blacklight. We're on the frontier out here. We've had more than a fair share of troubles. After all we've been through together, I refuse to let Councillor Morvain down. Councillor Morvain is House Redoran's representative on Solstheim. As second councillor, it's my job to support him and make certain his rule is enforced. Your ignorance of our homeland doesn't surprise me. It's the capital of Morrowind. Been that way ever since Mournhold was sacked by the Argonians. I don't visit there often anymore, but we still get the occasional supply ship and visitors from there. Quite a while ago, yes. They cut a bloody swath across most of the southern region of Morrowind. Nobody seems certain why it happened. Attempted expansion, revenge for the enslavement of their people, or perhaps both. Whatever the case may be, thousands of Dutchmen needlessly lost their lives. Many more were exiled from their homeland. Raven Rock started out as an imperial settlement. The Empire decided to abandon it, just as my people were first setting foot here. They left the town a shambles, but when House Redoran took over, we turned it around and it became ours. And even if it's been a struggle to make this island livable, we're proud to call it home. I'm unsure. I swear I know the name, but I cannot place it. I don't think so. I'm not... The name has something to do with the Earthstone, I think, but I'm not sure what.
If you're looking for passage, talk to Captain Gyan.
If you've got any gripes, check in at Morvain Manor. Second Councillor Rana will sort you out. If you intend to wander Solstheim, you do so at your own risk.
Let's wait until it's like morning so that everyone will be out. Yeah, who knows why the Argonians attacked? I mean, we've only enslaved their people for hundreds of years, but I mean, maybe they're just trying to be fucking expansionist, you know? Oh, I missed an important conversation out there.
Elder Arthroth is grooming me to be his eventual replacement. Soon, if they desire salvation, the citizens of Raven Rock need to open their eyes and their pockets. Mirag. It sounds very familiar. Not someone here, but I'm not sure I can recall. I can't be sure. I know I've heard that name, but it doesn't... Are you here to pray? Or perhaps pay your respects at our ancestral tomb? There where we inter our dead. They are sacred places, meant to honor their passing. Sadly, we've been unable to use the ancestral tomb beneath the temple as of late, and have resorted to other locations to scatter the remains. Those foul vermin, the abominations we call ash spawn, have risen from the ashes of our own ancestors. They're befouling the memories of our forefathers by defiling their remains. Thank you, Wanderer. That would be most kind. Here, this key should open the door to the tomb. The Dunmer race doesn't bury their dead, or leave them to rot inside a stone sarcophagus. When a Dunmer passes, his body is given to fire, so he might return to the ash from whence he came. The Dunmer don't believe that death is the end. We believe that it's the beginning. The reclamations are the true tribunal, the Daedra that consecrate the Dunmer people, Azura, Methala, and Boethia. We call them the true tribunal because they have reclaimed their place in our hearts from the false tribunal that came before. Sotha Sil, Amalexia, and Vivek represent what was beings who won the Dunmer people's hearts with their actions, but blinded them just the same. They were aberrations, false prophets. They used their status as heroes to shield the true tribunal from our minds. But now that they've been destroyed, the light can finally shine upon the House of Reclamations.
I'm not gonna ask everyone about Mirag, it's just gonna be the same thing over and over. What does Blessing of Boethia give us? One-handed does... Oh, that's good.
Excuse me, but the temple...
Alright, what does Blessing of the Fallen do? Prices are better. Those are all pretty good, actually.
Elder.
No, we can turn Dragonborn off now. We're just gonna wander around Raven Rock. Fortify enchanting. And they're made of like gemstones. I forgot all about this. How much damage am I dealing with that plus 10? That's a lot more damage from where I was. Come to think of it, can I get any perks? Nope. Let me get that.
I am Othralon. Spirits be praised. I'm hoping you didn't suffer much at the hands of those foul beings. Please, accept this as a token of my thanks.
Hell yeah. I probably should have came here earlier, TBH.
You look able to venture outside of town. Perhaps you could help me recover something precious that was lost.
What'd you lose?
A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived. Yes, the Strident Squall, or something like that.
Yes,
Damn
it's
thing
location
sunk
on
right
your
off the
map
coast of
somewhere
Sulfur.
around this exact
Can
point.
you imagine? One of the sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to Raven Rock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Redoran Guard about the wreck and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers. Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom. My husband, as the wife to the second counselor of Raven Rock, is Admiral Arano, second counselor of Raven Rock. How I hate that title. Damn fool's going to get himself killed over it someday. He's in grave danger, and yet he continues to place himself in harm's way. When I fall asleep at night, all I can do is hope he'll still be there when I awaken. This island was never meant for us. There's too much death here. I assure you, if I could convince Admiral to do that, I'd be on the next ship back to Blacklight. Unfortunately, Admiral and Councillor Morvain are very close friends, and they will never abandon one another, despite my feelings. I'm the wife of a second counselor, and certain things are expected of me. The most important thing is that I stand by Admiral no matter how I feel, and I intend to do that until we get off this miserable rock. Admiral and I lived in Blacklight, the capital city of Morrowind. House Redoran has improved Blacklight substantially over the last 1,000 years. Its grandeur rivals that of Mournhold itself. The root spire where the Council of Great Houses meet is something to behold. I haven't seen the city in over 50 years. Even for a Dunmer, that seems like an eternity. Regardless, I hope to return there someday, which doesn't seem likely given my husband's commitment to Councillor Morvain. My husband is second count.
I've got to take a text for 1 second.
So I certainly have the means to...
Yeah,
Your
talking to
visit
you.
here would be tolerated.
On behalf of
as
House
long as you
Redoran
abide
and
by
as
our
Councillor of
rules.
Raven Rock,
Otherwise,
I
you'll
bid you
answer to
welcome.
the Redoran Guard.
You've never heard of House Redoran? We're the mightiest of the great houses, and we lead the council, the ruling body of Morrowind. This isn't Skyrim, Outlander. A group of powerful and influential Dunmer families have been ruling Morrowind for millennia. They embody a council made up of 5 great houses: Telvanni, Dres, Endoro, Sadras, and Redoran. Well, of course, with 4 other houses on the council, someone has to keep the rabble organized. Our house leads the council by virtue of our preeminence in battle, wisdom, and ancestral glory. Yes, I imagine it would to someone not of our people. If you're interested in pursuing the subject, help yourself to any of the historical volumes in my library. Solstheim is theoretically under my rule, but without revenue from the mine, I lack the resources to actually govern anything but Raven Rock itself. Not that there's much beyond the confines of our town anyway. Well, there's a small enclave of Nords to the north in Skull Village. They pretty much keep to themselves, and we both like it that way. Then there's Tel Mithrin to the east. The Telvanni live out there, sort of a strange lot. But since we're both from Morrowind, we get along. Other than that, Solstheim is crawling with bandits and weaklings. But that's to be expected living in a frontier like this. It used to be one of the richest ebony mines in Morrowind, but it dried out years ago. Now, we're barely holding out here. Without the mine, Raven Rock doesn't feel like it can last much longer.
I love that the background music is like weird Morrowind ambience instead of Skyrim music. I've never played Morrowind, but I've heard the music before and I love the music a lot.
Oh, hello. You looking for a handout or something?
You haven't seen Cresius Corellius, have you? That foolish old man's taken my pickaxe again. No, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill pickaxe. I'm talking about an ancient Nordic pickaxe. They don't exactly grow on trees, you know. I prefer to handle these things on my own. Look, if you see Cresius, tell him to give me that pickaxe back, and I'll pay you for the trouble. It's the only tool tough enough to crack Stalwin, is what it is. Not many of those beauties left in the world. Forging them is a lost art. The one Cresius borrowed came from the Skull Village up north. traded them some goods for it. Calling Stalrin an ore is like calling my forge a campfire. Some folks say it's enchanted ice, but I think there's more to it than that. I don't think I've come across more than a chunk or two in my lifetime, and smithing's my trade. If you're looking to learn more, you should head over to the Skull Village. Someone there's bound to know more about it than I do. Well, it's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out here. So tell me, how's my brother Delvin? Still spending his nights at the Ragged Flagon trying to win Vex's heart? Good to hear. Tam Layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine? Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone. Eager to make some coin, eh? That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle. Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back. And besides, it's really my problem anyway. I caused it. A fellow Breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up on my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us. That he did, right out from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years to perfect. Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings and Castle Karstag. I told him he was crazy to even think about talking to those vicious little buggers, but he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse a coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there. You do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed. A fine question, and the one that I hear most often from visitors to our town. I wish I had a more romantic tale to tell, but I was simply seeking my fortune and chose Ravenrock to ply my trade. Besides, knowing how to repair bone mold armor wasn't very useful in Riften. I had a friend over there, a dark elf named Van Ryth, a very talented armorsmith. Spent a lot of time with the guy swapping smithing techniques. Learned a heck of a lot, including how to repair bone mold. After he moved on to greener pastures, I decided to pack up, move out here, and put those lessons to the test. Been here ever since. You tell Precious.
Miserable. Just miserable. Oh, I hate this place. Don't like it. I hate it. Every day it's the same thing. We open the shop, we hardly sell a thing. We close the shop and go to sleep. What kind of a life is that? Oh, believe me, I'd be on the first ship off this miserable island if I could. But I'm not sure I could do that to my father. I think it would break his heart. We've already lost my mother. I don't want to leave him alone. We lived in a settlement, perhaps a league from the border of Black Marsh, the homeland of the Argonians. Even though the Argonian invasion ended a long time ago, there are still a few scale-skinned clans that live within our borders. To put it simply, they attacked our settlement and slaughtered almost everyone. It was horrible.
Yeah, it's almost like enslaving people is bad or something.
Keep yourself safe.
Your visit here will be tolerant. As long as you abide
Looking for
by
any
our
potions?
ways.
Ingredients?
Otherwise, you'll
Alchemical
answer
supplies? So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Yes, I'm proud to say that I grow or harvest most of it myself. I only wish I had a better source for netch jelly. Those creatures are difficult to track down since it's so dangerous beyond the bulwark. That would be splendid. I'd be more than happy to give you something for the effort. After we left Morrowind, we found ourselves in Skyrim. We wandered around a bit and ended up in Morthal, where we took up temporary residence with Lani, the town's alchemist. I was fascinated by her work, and over a period of a few years, she taught me quite a bit. It wasn't long before we became homesick. We were the only Dunmer in Morthal. When word reached us that a settlement of Dunmer was forming on Solstein, we were thrilled. It's been difficult, but I'm not regretting it one bit. In fact, I'm glad we've been able to stay and help. As you can imagine, the eruption of the Red Mountain took an awful toll on Solstein. Hunting for game has been scarce, and the waters are apparently too tainted for fishing. According to Councillor Morvain, my husband's been Raven Rock's most important food source for decades. Careful with those netches. They may look tame.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine. I work for Mogul. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Miserable.
My husband, Vendel, here.
Welcome to Raven Rock, traveler. If you've got something to sell, I'm willing to buy it. Why don't we see what kind of deal we can make? The Dunmer have been growing food in the Ashlands for thousands of years. It was born out of the necessity to survive in the harsh climate of our homeland. And now, with the constant eruptions of the Red Mountain, it's more important than ever. No, only the Tilvani have the ability to weave living growth from the ash. This simply takes the right ingredients, the right tools, and a lot of patience. Next time you're hungry, stop by.
This island's nothing but a...
Want to buy anything, or just laugh at our misfortunes? Bad. What if I told you that you're the first person that's even considered looking at my wares today? I've half a mind to contact my friends at the East Empire Company and see if they need an extra hand in Windhelm. Oh, absolutely. In fact, I've corresponded with Vittoria Vici herself more than once.
Rest in peace.
The lady who runs the East Empire Company warehouse in Solitude. The biggest warehouse they have in Skyrim. Ah, you're just like the rest of the folks around here. Mark my words. The East Empire Company will return to Raven Rock. And when they do, I'll be at the top of their list. Mining here? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item. It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point, a kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them. They could be anywhere on the island. The mines might be a good place to start. If you find any while you're exploring Solstheim, bring them here, and I'll pay you for them. The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here? Because I have pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it. Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town. Oh, Glover Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up. Just what you see here.
Yeah, I still don't have anything to sell. I keep forgetting.
The East Empire Pen. So leave no stone.
Teldrin Cerro, Blade for Hire. If you have the call.
Welcome to the Rutching Netch Corner. Master Geldis will be happy to help you.
As the wife to the second counselor of Ravenloft,
Welcome to
it
the
would be my
Retching Next
pleasure to
Corner
help you
Club,
any way
home of
I
the
can.
finest suit jammer that will ever grace your lips. With the mine shut down, there's no telling how much longer Ravenloft's going to last. Hopefully, Councillor Morvain has a plan. Haven't heard anything lately, but check back with me. You never know. The Redoran Guard have spotted a pack of werewolves in the mountains. The hunters up on Frostmoon Crag might know more. The finest suit jammer across your lips, friend. My own personal formula that I call Sadri's Sujama. In fact, I've just added some new ingredients to the mixture that I think makes it taste better than ever. All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready, and they'll flock here for it. I was kind of hoping you'd say that. Here, take these samples of the Sujama and spread the word. If you get rid of all of them, there's something extra in it for you. Welcome to the Retching Netch Outland. There's actually a funny story behind the name, friend. A few years ago, I was walking down by the docks, and I noticed a Dunmer staggering along with a bottle of Sujama in hand. He was one of my patrons. He liked to drink heavily, so I wasn't exactly surprised. Ah, but you see, this particular Dunmer was as naked as the day he was born, and singing badly at the top of his lungs. As I'm watching this spectacle, a netch floats over the bulwark towards him. The man looks straight up at the netch, yells, "Have a drink," and tosses the bottle, and it never hit the ground. Well, the bottle broke on the netch, and it must have swallowed its contents because it started floating sort of tilted. Finally, it stopped and began to quiver. A few moments later, the foulest liquid to ever assail your nostrils spewed from its maw. I've seen plenty of drunks in my day, and I'll tell you right now, that netch was sick. True story, friend. True story. If you've got gold on your hands, you might talk to Rallis of the Colbjorn Barrow. I've heard he wants to excavate the place. I heard crazy old Cressius has been sneaking into Raven Rock Mine again. At his age, he's going to get himself killed in there. Coast has been dangerous lately. A lot of reavers about. I've heard they're searching for the treasure of Aknir Deathbrand, the Pirate King. Safe travels, Outlander.
I usually never make it to Dragonborn, so it's so fun to just listen to all the dialogue. It's like not... It's not dialogue I've heard 20 million times. I think is the only way to put it.
Find my pickaxe. Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip.
You tell Precious. If you intend to. Want to... Eldest needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks.
Miss, at least my father will let me drink whatever I want without complaining. Tell Geldis I appreciate it. Keep yourself safe.
Welcome to... Always a pleasure to taste anything, Geldis.
Looking for any potion? I should mix some of this into my next potion. Who knows what would happen?
You're... what? Oh, no, thank you. I need to keep my head clear. Remember, we are watching you.
Who are you?
Vendel Severin. A pleasure to meet you, Serial. Not today. Too many things on my mind. Do I? I was going to say no. Does that make any sense?
It's in the abandoned building.
trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? My husband, Bendolphin. Sure, got nothing better to do.
Oh, hello. You looking for a handout or something? Well, tell Geldas that Miri says she...
From danger.
Next.
I love how the houses in this DLC look so much. What's your house called again? I can't remember the name of it. I want to say the house on... What's the house on Raven Rock? It's something Manor, but I can't remember. We'll go to the shrine later. I want to finish exploring the town. I could probably hand out drinks up here.
Anything you could... Good old Geldas is always managing to keep our spirits up. And our eyesight hazy. Thank you. My doors are open.
If you're looking.
You aren't here with bad news. Oh, how kind. Thank you.
If you've got any grub.
You know, my gut is to say that the priests aren't going to take it, but I bet they will.
Though our spirits may be low.
Oh. What about the one that's an asshole? He'll probably take it, right?
Excuse me? Elder, get that vial.
What's over here? Is it the guardhouse?
What do you want, cat?
May the wind.
The northern maidens.
Talk to Caddy to go.
I'll probably have to give it to one of the miners. One of the people at the mining house. I don't know if I'm going to do this quest yet, though, because it's really long. But, I mean, I think that's about it.
Damn it, woman. I said to leave me be.
Precious, last time you explored the mine, you almost fell to your death. I'm not spending the rest of my days as a widow.
And I'm telling you that I'll do whatever it takes to find my great-grandfather's remains. He's down here. I can feel it.
That was almost 2 centuries ago. There may be nothing left to find.
Just let me go, woman.
Precious, you're an obstinate old fool and you're going to get yourself killed. My apologies for Precious. Oh, that sounds lovely. Thank you. That foolish old man thinks he's 30 years younger than he is. He's going to get himself killed traipsing around the mine. He's convinced himself that there's some sort of conspiracy involving the East Empire Company and the mine's closure. We came across some old letters that belonged to his great-grandfather in our house. and he believes every word written in them. Cretius's great-grandfather worked for the East Empire Company. The letters mention some sort of discovery he was sent to investigate. There's really nothing remarkable in the letters. I don't know what he's so excited about. Gratian Corellius. He was an explorer for the East Empire Company. They'd send him all over Tamriel when they had difficulties in a mining operation. Man, can you imagine doing all that dangerous work just to end up dying at your own doorstep? It was a horrible accident, and he was killed when one of the tunnels collapsed. They were never even able to go down there and recover the body. The East Empire Company sealed that section off to prevent any more tragedies. Cretius is convinced it's a story cooked up by the company to cover up something else. But I don't know. My beloved is almost 80 years old, and I think the shock of finding one of his ancestors' things has left his mind a bit confused. I love him dearly, and I support everything he does. But I can't let him chase this silly idea, or he may end up joining Gratian in a rocky grave. To understand how we met one another, you have to appreciate what he's going through. Cretius is a third-generation miner. All his life, he's lived and breathed nothing else. By the time Cretius came of age, the ebony mine in Raven Rock was shut down. He took that quite hard. Our home has been in his family for over 200 years. Leaving would have been like abandoning precious memories. Instead, he stayed on Solstheim and spent most of his life prospecting for a new ebony source. Sadly, it never surfaced. A decade ago, this drove him into a deep depression. He shut himself inside his home and refused to come out. It was after refusing to allow anyone to bring him food, Counselor Morvain ordered his door to be knocked down before Cretius starved to death. I was a temple priest at the time, and they had me use my healing arts to restore strength to his ailing body. I stayed for a while and cared for him, then I suppose we fell in love. Far from it. In fact, I'm no longer welcome there. In all honesty, it came down to a disagreement between what I believe and what Elder Othraloth believes. I'd prefer not to get into the details, but let's just say our opinions about the current status of the tribunal vary widely. Be careful out there.
Who in the blazes are you? Can't you see I'm busy? Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are. Ask most of the folks around here and they'd agree with you. But mark my words, these mines hold a secret that could put Raven Rock back on the map. A secret the East Empire Company swept under the rug 2 centuries ago. It killed my great-grandfather and left Raven Rock with a worthless and tainted mine. Gratian Corellius. He spent his entire life exploring ancient ruins across Tamriel. The East Empire Company called it. My wife and I were cleaning out our home, and we came across some of my great-grandfather's things locked in an old chest. I found an unsent letter he'd written to the East Empire Company, and a key. It describes a discovery that was made in the mine by some of the diggers. They wanted Gratian to take a closer look. The East Empire Company must have felt it was of great value, as they locked that section of the mine off from everyone else. It is. Well, I assume it is. I haven't been able to find the entrance. Now you're starting to sound like everyone else. I'm telling you, there's something big down there. Something that the East Empire Company wanted to hide from everyone. Look, my wife nags that I'm too old to go traipsing around these mines chasing my story. Time's my enemy. It's caught up with me before I could find the answers that I'm looking for. I do. I want to know what happened to Gratian, and what the East Empire Company is keeping from all of us. Gratian kept a journal of notes about his discoveries. If you can find his remains, I'm hoping it will help. Here's everything I have. The letter, the key. Please, do this for me, so I can finally regain the respect that I've lost. Look, I know I don't have much to go on. I have that unsent letter, and that's really it. But I also have a miner's instinct that's run in my family from before Gratian was even born. I may sound like a crazy old man to you, but I'm telling you, the tunnels here are solid. They would never collapse like that. She thinks that old age is out of my mind, that I'm seeing things when there's nothing to be seen. I realize she cares about me, but she has to understand that I can't rest until I find out what happened to Gratian. Then I'll settle down peacefully and never set foot in this mine again. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, even before I discovered Gratian's old things. I just hope both of you don't mistake my enthusiasm for insanity. The damn fool doesn't even deserve to have it. The pickaxe was made for mining, not selling. I'll bet he stole it from the Skald in the first place. Oh, very well. Here, tell him I hope he drops the thing on his foot. Be careful down there.
Okay, we will do final descent, but let's go back to the town and turn in our stuff there. I forgot to tell the man that I gave all of his booze away.
I work for Mopul. You got a problem, you talk to Mopul doesn't let.
Find my pickaxe yet? So, you finally tracked down old Cretius, eh? Quite a character, isn't he? Tell you what, since you went through all the trouble of finding it for me and all, you keep it. I just wanted to remind that codger you can't just go around taking things from other people. Now that you've delivered the message, I'm satisfied. Besides, that pickaxe hasn't done me any good in years. Maybe you can put it to good use.
Welcome to the retching... Perfect. All that's left now is to go ahead and wait for the patrons to come in. As promised, here's a little something for yourself. The ash spawn attacks on the bulwark are getting worse. Captain Veleth is trying his best, but I think the veteran guard are overwhelmed. Come back if you feel as though.
Why you're leading Cretius on, I'll never understand.
I like the detail that they're all a bunch of like already exhausted vein ores. Considering how Skyrim is sometimes, I don't think they would always put that in there. I feel like sneaking, but the area is actually designed like way darker. So I'm just gonna use candlelight and run through. Besides, this mine is enormous if I remember right. I don't want to take forever. I want to get to the other stuff on Solstheim. Oh, well, if it doesn't notice me, I might as well, right? Wow. They really went out of their way to seal it, huh? Oh, now we're getting to the Draugr. Wouldn't be Skyrim if you didn't have to fight Draugr. Or is it Ash Spawn? No, it's Draugr. How many arrows do I have left? 40. But I keep using them. How come I'm not losing them? It's almost like I took a perk that helps with that. Does it look better on like the record, like the output? I'm really having a tough time seeing in here. Okay, he's dead. Do I really got to go back for Carjo? Get over here. Alright, if I'm going to have to use Candlelight, we will... Don't got anything to increase over here. Might as well. You know what? We are on Solstheim. The DLC main quest doesn't take that long. We'll be able to reset for Dragon Souls. Wow, look at this. 3 minutes. That's the power of magic, baby. Partied a little too hard. Wait, Prowler's Prophet affects corpses? That's really funny, I didn't know that. Okay, uses her star real quick. Wait, why am I getting fucked up? Why am I getting fucked up? Now I'm wearing everything. Alright. Can you mine this with the manual mine? I will be back for that. I'm sure the game will make me come back. It'll be fine. Oh, I'm probably gonna need that for a puzzle. Okay, arrows. Oh, you can just walk across. Where is it? Uh-oh. Oh no, do you actually have to trigger the right one? Am I gonna be able to do this with him? Oh, he's avoiding it.
Khajiit, hold on, man. I will keep an eye out. You ready to... What do you need? What is it? We'll be waiting then. We are leaving? What do you need? What is it? It will be done. Do you still need me to do something? He said Khajiit walks in your footsteps.
Flomilius. Flomilius shit, bitch. There's a ship. 8-second seed. 10-second seed. 11-second seed. Sword. 14-second seed. Okay. So, is it the Blood Skull Blade? Yeah. As I had to guess. So they told, yeah, I'm guessing he wasn't gonna make it.
I feel like I just walked from an hour.
Uh-oh. Come on.
Damn you.
Yeah, that's about right. Shock resistance and shock above damage. I'm gonna need that next time I level the destruction. I keep forgetting what it's called. That'll make destruction way better, being able to increase damage. we get out of here? We don't really have to backtrack the entire way, do we? Yeah, I guess we just gotta walk back. Oh, there's this. So you're not supposed to walk back.
So, another seeker after knowledge enters my realm. I am Hermes Moore, Prince of Faith and Lord. Where all knowledge is stored. Perhaps you will feel privileged to uncover the secrets hidden in the stone. Welcome. Perhaps you are a fool or unhappy. If so, warn him. Need your book again. Escape before Apocrypha claims you forever.
It sounds like me, like he's talking through jowls. What, do you have to just run through like super fast? Oh, there it is. I'm just blind. Can you attack these things? Dude, this is me after I scroll through a Reddit thread. On oh wait, I can't say any of those words. Those are no words on Twitch. Not on YouTube, but on Twitch. Although I guess no one's watching on Twitch. Blessings of Boethia. Oh, it just restores her magicka. I know this is going to sound stupid, but I love looking at endless horizons like this in video games, where you're like on an alien planet, or realm or whatever, because this just makes me wonder what's out there. I know that in lore it's literally just infinitely this, but... Oh, I can search him. Looking out there in the horizon, it looks like a Ratchet and Clank planet. I think is what it feels like. That feeling like there's just like an endless world out there. What did that do? Companions inside. Your attack, shot, and destruction, deal no damage to followers. That's pretty good. Gives you an extra skill point. That's worthless. All skills are grindable. 10% more damage and better prices for people with the opposite sex. Humans aren't really the problem though. Companions inside for sure. For sure. Oh, we have to hit travel. Oh, wait, what? If I did 2 PC setup, one thing I could do, but I wouldn't be able to do it realistically. That might be interesting would be to add text to speech for the books, because I don't have like a reading voice. I also just don't like reading. For the in-game books.
I knew it! You're taking us some... I will shoulder some of your burden.
It's not even worth its weight. It looks cool though. I love how bone mold looks. I remember the first time I came to Solstheim playing Dragonborn. I saw everything and I was like, man, this is so cool. That's not what I was thinking though. What I was actually thinking about? Come on, piece it together, stay focused. Think. Oh, I wonder what this would feel like if you played Morrowind though. Because from what I've seen, Morrowind looks way different from this. Because it's kind of more like Morrowind flavored Skyrim. But I hear Morrowind is just completely different. Where are they fighting? Did I not get Companion's Insight? Oh, when in combat. He must not be in combat right now. What's that buzzing sound? Okay, so I'm done here. Let's go kill those Netch. I don't see any more Netch. I always wondered if the story about the Netch not the Netch. What are they? The Cliff Racers? I always wondered if them becoming extinct was so that they wouldn't have to explain it in this.
Want to buy anything, or just laugh at our misfortunes? As long as you keep bringing them, I'll keep buying them.
You lost?
You're back. Let me see that. Huh, I knew it. Gratian's death wasn't because of a rock fall. It was just a story to keep people away from the tombs. Now that I have his journal in hand, I can get some closure from the East Empire Company. Make them pay for lying to everyone. Thank you. Now, I believe I owe you a little more than a debt of gratitude for all that work you did. Here, it's not much, but it's the best an old retired miner can do. Our home has stood in Raven Rock since the colony was founded. Grayson helped build it with his own two hands. After Grayson died, he left behind a wife and a son. My grandfather, Relicus. Relicus lived there for quite a long time, working in the other sections of the mine until he was slain by Reavers. I never knew my father. My mother and I always lived alone. I asked her about him many times, but she seemed angry and refused to speak about him. So eventually, I let it go. When I was old enough, I began working in the mine, hoping to make my fortune and eventually move to the Imperial City. Unfortunately, yes, I only had enough coins saved to send one of us back to the Imperial City. So I sent my mother alone. I wanted her to see her homeland before she died. Until I met my darling Aphia, yes. I suppose you could have called me a bitter old hermit. Now I'm just old. Those cowards left decades ago. Every single damned one of them. The moment the ebony mine dried up, they pulled up stakes. Ridiculous. Solstheim is still rich in ebony ore. I know there's more down there. I can smell it. I come from 3 generations of miners, and I'm telling you that the East Empire Company was wrong. They just didn't want to spend the coin trying to find it. My words, Ravenlock isn't finished.
Maybe I need to go back and talk to the mayor guy now that I've been in the abandoned building.
I can't thank you enough, Arik. You might think it's all perfume and roses now that the mine's open. But all I see is a new security problem on our hands. Making sure those shipments of ebony make it safely from the mine to the shipping docks is my new order of the day. And with Solstein crawling with Reavers and Azora knows what else, I can't risk any attacks on Ravenlock. I appreciate the
Your
help.
contributions have earned you citizenship here, friend. I'll always consider you one of us. With the mines open, Raven Rock has become a significant colony of the Dunmer people again. I've been able to convince my superiors at House Redoran to send me the resources that they've been denying, now that we're deemed more important. Soon, we'll have a steady supply of workers and materials to keep things going for years to come. My doors are open.
Your efforts in Ravenrock have proven most invigorating for my husband.
You got a good thing. I've always had a steady stream of work thanks to the Redoran Guard, so it hasn't affected me much. However, I've seen the smile on people's faces, and there's hope around here once again. Something we've been lacking for a long time. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
I don't know what you did in those vials.
You've brought so much hope to our people. We'll
I work for
finally do
Mokul.
it.
Mokul, I'll give you this warning only once.
I don't know who sent you. Give us something to build on.
The mines are open and the shop is busy again.
Your actions here have been a blessing to us all, sir.
Oh, hello. You looking for a handout or something?
It's busier now that things are starting to look up. I guess I might stay a bit longer after all. Things are picking up for now. All I'm wondering is how long it'll take for House Redoran to begin ignoring us again if the mine runs out of ore for a second time. If you need any supplies...
Your contribution to our community will never be Azura.
Pleasant journeys.
Alright, I think that's it for Raven Rock. Westman Crag, Hackney Shoal, the Skull Village, Coldshorn, House Tovani's down here, and that's where the Reaver ship is. We'll be calling it for here. I'm gonna go take a break and I'll be back. Bye.